Oh, wow, 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 wow. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I lost the plot. Lost the plot. Lost the plot. Lost the plot. But here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Sorry. I sort of like went in like this rabbit hole because one of my good friends here on the stream, Jordan, sell me a license for Tonex, and I'm just trying to authorize this thing. And then I was like, wait, I'm supposed to go live right now. What am I doing? So I'm sorry that I'm a little late, my friend, but here we are. Thank you for being here. Let's see if there's anybody out here, because I'd be just like totally down that rabbit hole right now. Wow, 4 of you, my friends. Good to see you. Oh, there's Jordan. Hello, 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 my friend. Good to see you here. I was just talking about you. I'm pretty sure you heard that. Yeah, I was trying to do the whole Tonex situation. Thank you so much, Jordan. You're amazing, man. I'm trying to make this work. So, I don't want to talk about this online, so maybe I'm just going to keep like emailing you. But thank you so much. We're going to make this thing work. Hopefully, maybe for the next live, I can do like a whole Tonex deep dive, and I'm going to start pounding that Tonex and see what's good in it. See what's great. But enough of me. Oh, my friend, Tim C. Good to see you here, my man. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Here we are. It's a Friday afternoon. As you saw, guys, I posted a video today. I hope you guys saw it already, and if you haven't, make sure you check it out. Let me do a little bit of cleanup. Since there's 4 of us, let's make sure that we all like the stream for the algorithm. Wow, there's already 5 likes. You guys are rocking, man. Awesome. Thank you so much. My friend 667 BPB. I'm gonna just give a very special shout out to you, my man, too, because it's so funny. Jordan and 667, both of you are offering me to get the Tonex thing, and it's like at the same time. Jordan sent me a license, then you sent me a license, and I'm just like, which one should I use, right? So I started trying to do the authorization process for the Tonex that Jordan sent me, and I saw that that's for an iRig X, if I'm correct. So we'll talk about it offline. Let's not bring these things to the chat. But I appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. Let me see if I can put like a pinned comment. Let's see. Now that you guys are both here. Yes, let's do that. You guys are the best. I can't believe that you guys are both trying to help me out to get my Tonex game up. You already know I'm going to make a bunch of videos about it. You already know it. Sorry, I totally botched that message. Open. 667. I don't even know how to write. License. You guys are the best. I can't believe it. I was just talking to my wife about it, and she was like so surprised because I literally never ever get anything from anyone. Like, she always like complains that I never ask for help and all these things, right? And then I was telling her, oh, to people in the stream, they're just like nice guys, and they just hit me up with a couple licenses. It's just like, wow, and 2 people at the same time. I was like, yeah, I'm like almost feel like weird, you know, like I can't believe that anybody's giving me anything. That is just phenomenal, and I really appreciate you guys. So I'm gonna leave that comment pinned over here, so everybody that comes in today, they can see that you guys are rocking hard. And when I do an episode about Tonex, I'm gonna make sure to pin you guys right there, at least on the first one, to make sure that everybody knows that that episode is totally sponsored by you too. Can't believe that I can say that my channel now it's like crowdsourced or sponsored by you, the viewer, my friends. That's just incredible. I just can't believe it. It's super humbling. Sorry, I'm looking at this camera when I'm like got this camera going. But I appreciate you guys a ton. And let's say I was thinking, just because of that I just dropped that video about this like new Kiesel plugin. And let me know if you guys tried it out and if you guys checked that video out. But I was like incredibly surprised with that freaking plugin. Like, I tried the Rockling before from that same company, and I thought that it was a pretty I thought it was a good idea, but I thought that the execution really like left a lot. I'm muting the music so that we can talk. Oh, did you try the Kiesel? Yeah, but I was gonna say I was checking it out and I was just because I tried the McLaughlin and that one to me wasn't really good at all. But then the second that I tried this McLaughlin, this Kiesel, it totally flipped my mind because I was like, the first chord I ever did, I was just like, well, that sounds good. Sounds like a great sounding amp. Let me see what we have here. The effect section did not impress me. Yeah, I feel like, you know what? It totally made me feel like the Neural DSP amps, right? It felt like a Neural DSP, 3 amps, uh, few like bread and butter effects that you need to use. And it felt pretty good to me. There was that caveat that I said that I feel like the reverb was just like that super wide reverb. And yeah, I'm not that kind. I don't particularly love that. Maybe in a mix or something. But when I'm playing an instrument, I kind of want to hear the reverb being part of the tone, like part of the sound. And then let's say if I need widening or something, I can do it somewhere else. But other than that, like those amps sounded really good. And the moment I played with my preamp and turned it up a little bit, I really like the texture that that clean amp had. I was, as you can tell in the video, I spent so much time just like on that one because I was like so surprised with the sound of the string, like the that little texture on top of the note. It was just so prevalent, and I'm always chasing that sound with like distortion units and overdrives and different amps and everything. And that thing was just giving it to me like I couldn't get rid of it, and I was just like so surprised about that. Okay, let me keep reading messages. I'm totally behind. Luke, my friend, good to see you here today, dude. Hey, would you play one of the lead guitar presets on the Archetype Gojira? I would, but I can't because I didn't buy it. And now at this point, my demo is just like expired. I am gonna do a tier list for the all the Neural DSP plugins, and I'm gonna tell you which ones are must buys and which ones are just like fun to have maybe, but I didn't spend my money on them, right? Because I'm not buying all these plugins, man. I'm just getting demos. Can you imagine buying all these plugins and just like for fun? I'll be broke by now. But yeah, so I cannot play a preset from that. Sorry, my friend. Tim C says, I saw the video, it was great. Sadly, I have an iPad, so I can't try it. Oh, wow, that's a good thing to say, man. Because maybe they should have a version for iPad. I don't see it being that hard to make, especially because now the same chips are basically on the iPad that are on the Macs, right? On the new Mac. So that makes it easier for app developers. So I don't see it far-fetched that they could actually do it. I wonder if they don't have it already. Let me actually go see because they said, I don't want to do it actually because I am not selling the product to you. But if you want to go find out, go find out. But I kind of want to say that I read somewhere that it said buy once and use it everywhere. I wonder if that means that you get like several licenses for several computers, or if it means that you can actually use it in the mobile version or like an iOS device. But that's besides the fact. Just try to go figure it out. I'm sorry. I'm really trying to be like playing devil's advocate, because I don't want to be like those influencers that just are trying to push products into you. So I don't want to be like too like, oh, I'm giving you all the ways so you can go buy it and stuff. I don't want to do that kind of stuff. But I'm telling you, that one, if I wasn't so pressed for cash right now, I probably would buy it. I really liked it. And we're going to play with it a little bit. Maybe talk about what I like. Okay, let me see the next comment. My friend 667 definitely liked the video. Not sure about the sound. Gonna get the trial and try it in a mix. Yeah, that Kiesel. Try it out, man. I was very, very surprised. It totally made me feel like the new generation of Neural DSP amps. Something about the modeling and something about just having like all the knobs at noon and you just plug in and it sounds good already. That to me was it just sold me on it. It's like not tweaking and you already have a good sound. Maybe the clean one needed a little bit of a push to get into it. That's a super, super, super high headroom amp. I think I've never tried an amp with more headroom than that one. And it was very evident when I pushed the push button or whatever that like boost kind of knob was. And And well, you didn't hear it because I turned it down for you guys in the video, but when I turned it up here, it just like the volume just like zoom, went all the way high. And in the studio, since I know how to read my meters and stuff, and I know you, some of you guys are like Jordan, an accomplished producer. When I saw my meters, I was just like, I cannot believe that this thing just jumped like 9 dBs, like of clean boost. The amp didn't break up or anything. I was just like, wow, that is a high headroom amp, high headroom. So that really, 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 really surprised me. That's what I'm saying. I'm geeking out on certain things. And since these are all subjective things, I pay attention to things that maybe other people don't care about. But when I was hearing like that clean amp, I was just thinking, this sounds like the probably the most perfect pedal platform, because that amount of headroom alone lets you do so much damage with the set of pedals. If you had like a nice pedal, like a nice pedal board that you have with like all these like cool new effects that new cool effects that they're releasing, like the microcosm and all those like super cool MIDI effects that are releasing nowadays, I can see how that thing will take it really, 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 really well. And so far, I haven't found any other thing that I thought about it that way. And then when I heard the two other distortion amps, it made really good sense to me. For example, how that blue one had some gain and like a certain tone. And then when I tweaked it, I basically made it sound like the normal version of the next amp. So they made like that continuity, and that was another thing that I appreciate. I don't know, I didn't articulate that thing on the video, but that's what's cool that you guys are here as part of my inner circle. Let's see, I'm getting a million texts. Okay, really quick, boom, boom, boom. But yeah, I didn't articulate that part, but those three things: the headroom on the clean amp, incredible. The succession or whatever you want to call that, the growth of the distortion of the amps was really great. They made so much sense. Like it just makes so much sense, like a nice palette. You know, you're making a song and you, instead of adding more gain to an amp, you change to the next amp, and that's going to give you exactly what you were looking for without the extra fizz of over pushing the amp. I don't know, I think it's a really nicely engineered amp. So whatever they did in that amp, they're killing it, man. I hope they like make more amps, right? And hopefully one that it's like your favorite. Because then these Kiesel amps, I've never heard them. I want to say that the higher gain one sounded to me like a Carvin from like the 90s, just because we remember like all these like guitar heroes, right? And it had like that Sustainiac-y sound that those amps used to have. Anyway, let me get back to the comments. Okay, my friend, the Warren Littler Experience. My friend, how's it going? Good to see you here again. Love having you here, my man. Okay, let's see. Jordan says, what happened to Helix Native? Are you afraid of the interface? Does it not gel with you? Yes and no. I'm used to those kind of interfaces, but it already has an uphill battle with me, you know, because the only product by Line 6 that I've ever used that I liked has been was it the Echo Farm? Yeah, the Echo Farm. And this was before we had like great Echo plugins in the audio world. And everything else that I remember from Line 6 was just like incredibly bad quality sound, in my opinion. So as soon as I see Line 6, I have an uphill battle with that guy. So I'm trying to just like digest it and think, okay, you're being recommended this plugin, it has to be good. And then if it's not good, you don't have to say anything bad about it. Don't bash it. You know what I mean? I'm trying to like create that like sin state so that I can go from like a non-biased position, especially because I found so many things that I like. But I will get to it, man. And then it's just so hard for me to even think about it because just to be quite blunt and open and in full disclosure, when I see that freaking price, man, $400, I will never buy it. I don't care how good it is. I am not buying a $400 plugin because I right now you can pay $50 for Amplitude. You know what I mean? Why would I recommend to anyone to buy a $400 plugin? Well, but you say that there's like good sales for like half off. But then again, it's $200, and then you can see Neural DSP for like, I don't know, you get some for $50 like in Black Friday. So it's kind of hard for me. all those uphill battles that plugin has, in my point of view. So I need to definitely like work myself out so that I don't like so that I can reset my brain and take it from a perspective that I don't have all these biases that I do have. So it's kind of hard for me to do that. But thank you for your comment. Okay, let's go, Tim C. I wish they all would release an iPad version. I am with you, man. But I see that happening because right now that they're doing everything for the M chipsets on the Apple, it's the same that they're using in iPads now, especially with that new iPad Pro that they just released. It's basically like an app, like a MacBook Air. So I am pretty sure they're gonna start putting that for iPad. Just wait a little bit longer, man. Technology is going to a beautiful place or to a horrible place if you think about it, but it's great. Then my friend 667, I wish Neural would release a suite like Amplitude or Mercurial. So many standalone plugins and so many duplicate play. Dude, I totally feel you in that way. I wish they made a suite, the Neural suite. Well, they have the Quad Cortex, right? Maybe they can call it like the Cortex suite. I don't know. But you are right. I agree 100% with you. Because the Neural DSP Morgan collection, the Imperial, SLO, which one else? I don't want to get into the archetypes because I still want to try the Petrucci, so I don't want to say anything about the archetypes. But those three, man, in my mind, the best things that you can get on the internet. They sound so good. I love that Imperial Tone King. It sucks that I I tried the demo when I wasn't doing stuff in the channel yet. But I would have loved to share that thing with you guys. That was my favorite thing because if you see, I like the color. I'm sorry, I'm coughing on you guys. But if you saw, I really like the California Tweed, the Mesa Boogie, and that Imperial Tone King. I think is just like kind of like the same amp, but there's something about the texture that I just like a little bit better, and the fact that it's a 2-channel as a standalone amp. You know, like my amp, right? Let's say if I were to be an artist like Jimi Hendrix or like Joey Landreth or I don't know, Robin Ford, like all these guys. An Imperial sounds pretty like what I would like to use, you know, for my own expression, my own voice. And then when I check those Morgans, I like their AC30 more than the other plugins that I have doing AC30 sound. And I love like the bigger amp they have, like the sort of Dumbly sound. I think that's better than the Dumbly that they have on the Corey Wong. So, and SLO, you guys already know what I said because I just did a video not too long ago and it's amazing. Jordan said that you got the Helix for 120. That's great. At that price, I think I can get behind a plugin. I'm going to do it, my friend. I promise you. I will do that. I promise you, promise you, promise you, promise you. I'm going to do it. Actually, I'm going to put it right now because I have my list of my new videos that I'm going to make. I'm glad that the focus didn't follow. You guys couldn't read it. But I have a list of, right now I have 4 videos that I have in the pipeline because I have to do 2 a week, you know? And if I don't come up with the idea beforehand, it's terrible. But I'm going to put it right here, right now, so that I already know that the Line 6 Helix, it's on cue. I'm being fair, man. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get rid of all my biases and get with it. And like I said, it's not the interface because I love when the Kemper came out, I love tweaking it, and that interface is worse than any plugin could ever be. And then I have an 11 rack that I never talked about with you guys, but I have it and I still like that thing. And the interface, terrible. And I've played with AxeFX, same thing. Terrible interface. So the interface is not such a big deterrent. It sort of is because if I'm trying to recommend something, you know, I want people to go the extra mile. I don't want to pay for a guy that just did a good software and they try to port it to the computer world and didn't put like a dime of effort, you know, into just like making it a little bit better like the competition is already. Sort of like the same gripe that I have with Melda in the real world. They have one of the best limiters that I've ever heard. One of the best multi-band dynamic EQs. Great clipper. But I don't like to use them because they look so ugly, man. And I when I'm working on music, I want to be creative. I want to be thinking about good stuff. I want to have a good interface, you know, like the same reason why I don't like the dark version of Pro Tools. I don't know, it makes me feel dark and gloomy, and I like the uplifting feel of the brightness that the old Pro Tools thing does. But anyway, let's go to Luke. Okay, my friend 667 says 10 viewers and 7 likes already. Almost everybody dropped a like. Thank you so much, guys. Let's everybody drop a like. Don't be naughty. Let's stay on the nice list for Santa. Okay. Luke says, I love amp sims and DSTs. I don't even play the guitar. Hearing what sort of guitar tone is just a certain amount of time was nice when I lived with a guitarist. I totally feel you. Like, I started doing this because I'm a drummer, or I was a drummer. And I played with so many amazing guitar players, but I felt like their tone was not that good, and I started learning about it. Kahan, good to see you, my friend Little Ninja over here. I love your image right here. Hi, all. I have another sleeper plugin. Oh, Kazrog. Kazrog is really good. I have another sleeper plugin for you. It's Kazrog Ampcraft. Let me put it on the list too, my friend. You're just doing the homework for me. I love their clipper. Everybody loves their clipper. Everybody has loved their clipper for so long, and their saturation knob, pretty impressive. They have like a almost like a decapitator killer plugin too, that I really like from them. Kazrog, incredible company. All these little middle Europe, Eastern European people, incredible software engineers, right? You can tell when they come from like a cold place. Sorry, I'm gonna cough. Okay, the mute didn't work. It did work. It did work halfway there. Okay, Kazrog Ampcraft. Okay. And the Mesa emulation. Perfect. Mesa is my thing. I love Mesa. Developer is a sleeper in the game. Man, thank you for bringing Kazrog to the table. I gotta do like a line of videos where I'm like showcasing companies that are sleepers, like Kazrog, like SIR Audio Tools, that everybody uses, like Metric Halo. Can you believe that in this day and age, kids don't even use the Metric Halo channel strip? And like, it was the only channel strip everybody used, like, I don't know, like 5-10 years ago. It's incredible. So, those kind of things, put all those things into our site, guys, again, because amazing tools. Thank you for bringing Kazrog to the table. Tim C says, hi, Kaiden. Good job. I like that. Everybody be nice to each other. And since we have 9 of you right now, let me know where you're from. I'm always super curious to know where you're from. I'm going to start. Hi, I'm Jorge. I'm here in Los Angeles, California. Good to meet you. Kahan says, actually trying the Petrucci archetype now. I wanted to try it in the channel, but I kind of feel they're going to come up with a Petrucci X. And I thought, oh yeah, maybe I can just sneak 2 videos. But then I was just like, nah, I'm just going to wait for the X. Yeah. Then Shane for Kazrog listing on this new amp platform, lots of amps later this year. That's great. That's great. I'm gonna start feature Kazrog. I love Kazrog, man. What a great company. That clipper they made, is it Cake Clip? They took the world by storm. Like, everybody's using it on drums. And then everybody switched to SIR Audio Tools because a couple of famous people started using SIR. Germany, Hamburg, Beatles City. Ooh, let's go. Yeah, 667. Tim C from Indiana. Gayhem, Portuguese living in the UK. That's nice. Very cool. Nicolas Aragon, how did I miss your comment right now? 9/11, my friend. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. What is that 9/11? What does that mean? Oh, sorry. Maybe that was you were typing fast, the shift 1111. Got it. Yeah. Thank you for being here, my friends. I appreciate you all so much. What about if we get into this computer shot, right, that we like to do? Oh, 9/11 because of my choking. Ah! Even better. Yeah, man. I don't know. Ever since so I got COVID like at the beginning of the year. And then when my kids started going to school, every time she gets sick, I get a cough, and now it's like I got this cough that's just not going away. David Green finally caught one of these live streams. Good to see you here, my friend. We're gonna have a little bit of fun. And you came right at a good time because I just got the computer screen, and I'm gonna load a guitar plugin. Let me cough a little bit more, just a little bit more coughing for fun. Okay. To make sure, I wanted to make sure we're good. Yes, we're good. Two Germans in the house, Jordan and 667, and two of my biggest supporters so far. I appreciate you guys a lot. And then Nicholas Aragon wanted to take credit for saving your life. Thank you, man. That would have been great. You already are in a way. You're keeping me here. You're keeping me busy, keeping me excited. So we're having a good time. Okay, let's see. Should we wait? Where's that plugin? I want to open that thing again. This hyper rig Kiesel. I feel like it's like a high gain plugin, and I'm thankful that I actually like focused. Uh-oh. I'll be right back. My child got out, and when your kids get out, it's mayhem. I'll be right back. Just a second. All right, we're back. Let's do a little cheer just so that we can have a little bit of fun. Thank you for not leaving. 6 of you stay here. Appreciate you guys a ton. So yeah, I was saying really quick, like, I'm thankful that I focused. Oh no, she's coming back again. Sorry, guys. I'm back. I'm not going anymore. We're done. Okay, so I was saying that I'm glad that I was focusing on this amp a lot because I'm pretty sure most people are going to just focus on the high gain ones. So I'm really thankful that I took my sweet time watching this guy. I really checked it out. Yeah, kids in the studio. What are you going to do? You know what I mean? Here in LA, everybody has like home studios, right? I have a pretty nice setup for a home, but it's still a home studio because can you imagine paying two rents? A huge house rent and a huge studio rent? I cannot do it. It just doesn't make any sense. Wow, Rick the Tuber Man. Here you go, my friend. Good to see you here, the Tube Man. I wonder what Tube Man means. I'm pretty sure you have a channel and that's why and I need to go check you out. I will. Let me write it down. Rick the Tube Man. I need to check that out. I'm pretty sure it's got to be something cool. But yeah, I was saying that I'm thankful that I focused on this because I'm pretty sure that most people are going to focus on the high gain ones, which were pretty cool. Let's grab a guitar. What should I get right now? Let's do. It's so boring to bring the PRS, right? I'm just gonna do this for fun. I wanted to try this guy, right? I just wanted to try this one because this is the one that I wanted to do the video with, but I didn't do it because I'm always scared of using this guitar. Honestly, this guitar, in my opinion, for my taste, for the kind of music that I do and all, it feels really great. I love playing it. It feels amazing in my hands. It's like an Ultra, but for cheaper. That's how it feels. It's just so good. I mean, it's not anything like the Ultra. It doesn't feel like the Ultra. I'm just talking about like the finishing, like the softness of the finishing, except like when I had like the fret sprout, but since I fixed it, if I fixed it, so it's like perfectly like rolled and everything. It's just such a good feel. But when I hear the sound, in my opinion, for what I do, it's like close to trash, and like I have to alter my setup so much just to do anything that my sense of like what I know just goes away, just goes to trash because my guitar to begin with is something so foreign. Like if I grab any other of my guitars, I kind of like know where they are. But when I put this thing on, I'm lost. And I don't like being lost when I'm doing first reviews from a plugin, like I might say a bunch of things like, oh, this is like very bright, or like there's no warmth in this, and it's because of the guitar. You know what I mean? I like to like make sure that I'm not bashing brands for no reason. Okay, let me see again. A home studio in LA makes sense, yes, sir. You don't want to drive hours around by car. That's true, man. The traffic, it's a mess. Yes, I was talking with everybody I talk about with. It's about the same thing. I have a studio to go to, and every time I go, it's like it's not really that far, to be quite fair. It's maybe like it should be like a 20-25 minute drive, but just because of traffic, it's a 1.5 hour drive. It's like so stupid, and then in the middle of the night, it's like boom, 15 minutes. You're like, how is that even possible? But that's the way it is. LA. This is the belly of the beast. Okay, let's go. Don't you tease me with the PRS. Oh, Rig the Tube Man. I remember. Yeah, you do the presets. That's true. I don't have nothing on my channel yet. I'm only going to start in June. But thank you, man. I'll give you a shout out, man. Make sure you come back. Don't get lost. I make sure to give you a shout out every time I can. And I might review your presets. They're great. I'm going to say they're great, but if they've sucked, maybe I'm just not even going to say anything. It's going to stay between us. Okay, let's put this cable in. This guitar, you cannot keep it plugged in because all your battery goes down, right? Okay, preamp is down. We're ready. See what I mean? Like already the sound is not what I want. Let me go to my neck and but this guitar just feels so good playing it. It's just such a good guitar. Let me give myself more volume. But it's just like an Ultra. It feels just so good. The traffic is fine except on the 405 from a limited experience. Nah, the 405, the 101, the 170, the 10, all like in different times, and depending on where you're going, you're gonna hit horrible traffic. Like I have to go a lot to Beverly Hills, like for medical appointments and all that kind of stuff. Like Beverly Hills in LA, yeah, there's like posh neighborhoods where rich people live, but also a lot of companies are there. A lot of law firms are there, like a lot of doctors are there. So you go there anyway, even if you have nothing to do with rich people. So we go there a lot, and traffic is so bad that I take the streets. I literally go through all the streets of LA, you know what I mean, cruising. It just doesn't make any sense for me to even help get on the freeway because the traffic is just so bad. Just think about that. When you have to take the streets because the traffic is so bad on the freeway, that's when you know that you have a traffic problem. Yeah. Incredible. Let's see if maybe I turn the tone down a little bit. There it is, the demo silence. And so what I notice is, for example, this boost pedal, in my opinion, that shouldn't be called boost. This is just a drive. Because unless you turn the drive down, like you're boosting a lot and you're driving a lot. It has a little bit of like a Tube Screamer vibe, but more modern because it has like a lot of more attack. It's always so hard to get to that chord after all those. I'm practicing a little bit. The key solo seems interesting. Yeah, it is pretty interesting. I'm telling you, it caught me by surprise. I sort of like was prepared to just like bash it. I'm sorry to say it. I'm sort of like a hater, sort of like a snob. I try not to be, but it's in my nature, you know, because you're always critically listening and you have to be like very discriminative with things you don't like or things you don't find utility for, because just imagine a pedal or like a guitar plugin has like this amount of knobs and like things to tweak, but when you're like working with mixes and full songs and everything, and then you do orchestral stuff and, you know, like gaming intros and everything, it's just like, wow, you are tweaking hundreds of thousands of things that you're keeping track in your mind. Man. So when I choose, when I'm checking this kind of things, that's the perspective that I'm using. So I'm always like super discriminative. Like if I don't like something instantly or if it doesn't do what it kind of like should be doing, I'm just like, poof, I move on. But this one really interested me. See, for example, with this guitar, I don't even need to hit the bright knob, the bright switch. Let's see what Jordan says. Jordan says they put not great effect algorithms in there. Kind of disappointing. Yeah, the effect, that reverb, in my opinion, was like a little bit lackluster. Also, the zero latency acclaimed tuner sucks. Oh, really? I haven't even tried the tuner. Let's check it out. Wait, this thing, the hypertune? I thought this was like a D-tuner. Let's see. Okay, let's check the tuner. I need to stretch that string still. Stretch it. Isn't it fun to watch a guy tune on a live stream? Yeah, the tuner seems fine, but I'm pretty sure you mean this thing. Let's try it. Yeah, you mean the hypertune, yeah. Okay, let me see. I'm on drop tune now. Let's switch. See, then this is what I was liking. See, in amplitude, for example, if you're changing your pedals, now you have to go to a different screen, right, to get to the amp. But in this case, I'm right here on my pedal. Choop, here's my amps. You know, no problem. Let's gate here. This is something that I'm never a fan of, just having the gate here on the input section. I kind of want to have a gate here. Demo. Yeah, these amps have so much gain. You don't need this. I mean, it just sounds good. Let's try that detuning. Let's do, I like to do C sharp, so that would be what? 1, 2, 3. Let's see. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Wow. I can't remember the song. Yeah, I mean, it's already like getting behind. Let's see the whole octave. Wow. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I mean, I don't care about it, you know, like, but if you're gonna make a big fuss about it, right? I mean, but a whole octave, that's insane. All this time I've been in single coil on my neck pickup, just so you guys know. That's how bright this guitar is. I'm playing the riff like I'm like playing it wrong, like all the way here. C67 says, yeah, the Corey Taylor tuning. I love C sharp. That's my favorite. Actually, this is my project with this guitar. I'm gonna get 11s in this. After I do like a set of videos that I want to make, I'm gonna put 11s and get it to C sharp. I like that tuning a lot. Try tuning with the hypertune on. That's hysterical how it sounds. Let's try to do that with the hypertune. See how it vibes. Actually, just like 3 semitones is not too bad. Let's see what my settings are here. I am on 64 samples. but it sounds good at 64 samples. It sounds really good. Really good. It's freaking amp. But yeah, this tuning thing, definitely don't use it. But the amp, like, look, everything is like noon. And it sounds good. Right now, this is like the vintage mode in this guitar. And then the modern. How much is this plugin? Let's see. Okay, Jordan is saying here 120 euros for this thing with such bad effects including. Come on, they're not a part with the competition. The delay is terrible as well, and the chorus is mediocre. I don't think the chorus is mediocre. It's just the chorus. But yeah, the reverb, I want to say, yeah, it's just like I had the same problem with every plugin. That's the problem though. Most of them had that same thing. Well, who wants this wide reverb? It's just too wide. Like I said, I wish they would just put like a simple spring, right? Again, every time, right? Yeah, it's like, you don't want that. It's like, I mean, if you're doing ambient, I guess that's the kind of reverb to have. But they're lacking a little bit of reverb here in the freaking amp, man. But when I hear this, even with this guitar that I don't like, it's an incredible sound, man. I cannot say anything bad about this sound at all. But you're right, 120 euros. I thought it was like 49 bucks. I was pretty underwhelmed by this plugin until I messed with the cab section. Still not worth 100. Yeah, wait, I thought it was like 49. Wow, yeah, 129 bucks. Where did I get that it was 49 bucks? Yeah, wow, that's expensive. Yeah, it's like they're exactly trying to do the same thing as Neural DSP. Yeah, 129, it's a little pricey. But, I mean, it's just the sound, man. I'm a sound guy. This sound... And you say that you mess with the cab section. Let's see what happens there. But yeah, for 120 bucks, dude, just buy Amplitude. I keep saying that. I'm still not ready to make a video that says that something is gonna take out Amplitude. That to me sounds incredible. When I stop thinking about anything, this sounds great to me. Really, really good. Let's try this. Such a shimmery cab. Really nice. What What a good cab that one too. It sounds so good, man. I freaking love this. Okay, let's hear this one. This to me sounds like a vintage 30. This I don't know. And this sounds like a very high wattage cone. What a great sound. Wow. This cabinet too, the best. For sure. Let's try this. I like combos. Wow, it's just so beautiful. The bloom on that low end. I mean, these are useful if you want to do that sound. But I'm talking about like very specific cases, right? I wonder what deterred them from putting this as their default cab. Let me see what's happening here in the comments, because I'm not checking. Okay, listen to the reverb bush, the original. Yeah, that reverb is trash. We talked about it. I'm pretty sure this came out when I was saying it. A good algorithm would not do such. You are absolutely correct. This rump is the only one left in this plugin, and it's not worth the money, honestly. Yeah. Yeah, I might be thinking that it's just such a great sound, man. I wasn't thinking about money at that moment. And I'm still not thinking about money when I hear it. This is one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite clean amps I've had. I don't know. And I just did that whole ranking of my favorite cleans and Amplitude. This already sounds like it would be an S tier, you know? I wish I could put it in Amplitude and use my pedals. But it sounds really good. And then if you want again to tweak, you can tweak. Let me check the other one and check the cabs. I don't like this guitar, man. Okay, whatever, let's try this. It's not worth the money. Yeah, I was never thinking about that 129. It is expensive. 129 is crazy, crazy, crazy. At that point, yeah, you buy Helix, right? 100%. That's what makes Helix makes a lot more sense. Still like the first one here. Let's try this. Yeah, this vibe is good. A little woofy. But that's the same thing I said about this amp when I was trying it. I guess in my opinion, the first one is my favorite. Now let's see in this other amp. I love that I'm chugging in my neck pickup on split coil. That's what I'm saying. This guitar, so much power. It's just too much. See, like all of a sudden, everything is on red. Okay, again, I'm talking about my screen. My screen has like a little bit of like a red switch or shift, because when I was watching the video, it was orange, and my screen it looks bright red. This is bright red right now. For a plugin that's extended to be plug and play, it's pretty glitchy, sadly. Really, I didn't feel that it was glitchy to me. Like I said, I'm just thinking about the amps, and I never even checked the presets. I am so smitten with this thing. It's my favorite clean amp right now. I am so vibey with it. It's just so good. But not worth the money. Definitely. 129, I'm not paying it. And I should make a video about that when I'm talking about what to buy. I just don't like to be like a salesperson, like, oh, you should buy this, you know? Oh, I wanted to say, I tried to fix this guitar. I said in many times that I had the problem with this like string always falling off the fretboard. And the other day I checked that Philip McKnight video that he's got. Like, it's like a 3-minute long video. It's like so easy. Because I've been checking, everybody says, oh, you need to change the bridge. You need to change the bridge. And I'm like, I'm not spending $100 right now. You know what I mean? And he just says like to literally just like unscrew it a little bit and jank it into position and it's going to work. And he was right. I janked it into position and it worked. But yeah. Helix will buy from the forum. People saying the license that would come with free stump effects and all that. Yeah, I think it makes sense if you buy their pedals. I want to try Helix, Jordan. I promise you I will. I'm sure it's great. I honestly am gonna say, like, I trust what you say because all the comments that you make on everything so far, I agree greatly. So if you're saying that something is good, I trust you. What a killer amp! I am loving this amp. Loving it. Every ring, just like... Perfect decay. Zero aliasing. Did you notice that? Are you guys... some people are not susceptible, like... that's sensitive to that kind of stuff, but this just sounds incredible. But again, like my friends, like everybody's saying, I think that that's the consensus so far. And if I were to do a follow-up for this, I would say all these things. Yeah, this reverb, it looks incredible, right? I'm gonna say, if you do like shoegaze music or like that kind of stuff, let's see. It's not too bad. This delay, that's why does everything has to be, let's see. I want density here, you know. I just honestly, I want a spring reverb. This like wide, like super wide room thing doesn't vibe with me. I was about to say the decay is horrendous, but it was the demo. How can you mess up a reverb, right? In 2024. But again, in context, it sounds good. But you have to want that exact sound, right? It's just not the good choice of reverb. Again, if I'm going to use an amp, to be quite fair, A spring is the best option you can always do because we all know what a spring sounds in an amp, right? Like if you want to get esoteric in the end, you can put like sands or whatever. But if you're gonna use one reverb and one delay, tape delay and spring reverb in mono. Sorry, let me go back to my comments. Okay, this is in addition to what we were saying here. Helix, you'll buy it from the forums. Yes. You post there in the forum and you're looking for buying a license. People will contact you within a couple of weeks. You get the license for 120 bucks. Wait until you play the Cash Rogue amp clean. Oh, I can't wait to play that one. That one is gonna blow you out of the water. It feels immediate, even with better response under the fingers. Yes, I am so big on that. I can't believe that this amp alone just made me feel so nice. That's how I am when I fall in love with something. This is something like, this is similar to what like the Imperial Tone King did to me. When I heard it, I was just like, I don't care about anything. This clean is everything. I like about the Tone King that when you push it a little bit harder, it just sounds incredibly good. This guy, I like 7/7s. That to me sounds like an incredible amp. Like almost like a Dumble, I don't know. Not the same tonality because it doesn't sound Fender, but and then this is the thing that I was talking about, the texture in the string. It gives you that instant spank. Nice, but with the texture. But again, done with this guy. Poof. Bye-bye, my friend. I'm glad that it was a good plugin. I'm glad that I had good things to say about Polychrome. It feels like to me in my head, sort of like they... honestly, I didn't like that Matt Rockling. Did any of you guys like that Matt Rockling plugin? I didn't like it at all. I judge any amps and how it feels under the fingers, the response. Yeah, I agree with that. But we all have like different sensitivities and stuff. Again, this one impressed me. That clean amp is really good. I wouldn't mess with the tuner for sure. But I wouldn't mess with the tuning on any amp. It always sounds bad. Not even in Pro Tools or anything. I just don't like that. I just don't like those kind of plugins. They usually don't work well unless it's an effect that you want to have that wonky sound. But yeah, tuning, not big on that. But I am more than excited right now to get onto Tonex now that I'm gonna get my license. And maybe I'll shoot you a couple emails if I don't understand, if there's something that I'm doing wrong or whatever. That one was terrible. The other Polychrome, yeah, right. That McRockling, it really left a terrible taste in my mouth. And I don't know if that was like what tainted me to think that Kiesel was so good. I mean, I'm not going to lie. That clean amp is incredible, in my opinion. And nobody's going to tell me nothing about that. That sounds phenomenal. If I had it for free, it would be my clean amp to go to right now. And I would have to figure out a way to open it. Maybe I will have to make a capture. A capture in Tonex and then use it in Amplitude so I can use my own pedals and my own delays and everything. And my EQ at the end of the chain and like my little tape saturator like I like to use in Amplitude. If you've seen my templates, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, maybe I'll do the capture of that one and use it in Tonex. That'd be hilarious. That there's a video, right? No, but for 129, never. But I'm excited to get into this. So Jordan, does that one has a does that license that you gave me has like is it for an SC or is it for a Max? Just so I can know. And 667 says it's easier to find a high gain plugin that's at least decent, not even good. Cleans are harder. Yes, sir. That's why I was thinking about that clean. I hear there's a lot of people that do high. I don't think that it's easy to make good high gain. I think that in society in general, there's a little bit more tolerance to high gain tones because they're meant to sort of like sound ugly. but I'm excited to do the ranking of the distortion uh, um, amplifiers on amplitude, because I'm gonna judge the mid range really, really harshly. Because a bad amp is gonna make your whole mix sound horrendous. If you're using the wrong amp, it's all of a sudden gonna make your mix sound like this, or it's gonna sound open, or it's gonna sound like he's got a blanket. You know what I mean? Just by doing this thing with the amplifier, you're gonna be messed up. So a bad distortion tone, it's the worst. The worst. So that's something that I'm gonna be paying attention to when I do that tier link. I don't want to do it this week. That was a lot of work. I might do it next week. I've been wanting to do my next video in my mind. It's called tone philosophy. Like what to think when you for the first time get an amp, put your guitar in. Because sometimes we judge very harshly on depending on like the preset that it's in, like however it comes as a default. And that's how it should be. You have to be able to judge the things however it's presented to you. But then, that's like a consumer version of things. But I remember back in the day where you would buy an amp and you would figure out how to make it sound good. You would be working tooth to nail every night. Oh, just tweaking. Oh, I found this. And then you would put a pedal. You would always be trying to figure out how to fix your tone. You were not just buying amps or buying amp sims. You know what I mean? So, and there was a certain mindset that was attached to that. And I want to talk about that in a video, like a whole video, just talking about that, like the mindset of tone making. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. That's going to be hilarious. Yeah, we roll it. It says, see, perfect. So all these, oof, I know that this is going to be really good. Last time I tried the demo for an orange here in Tonix was really nice. 65, I'm excited about that. 800, dude, this is great. I'm excited to see the diesel, and I definitely want to compare with the amplitude one. That's going to be great. And of course, rectifiers. This is just going to be so much fun. I don't even need to have like a max license right now because there's so much content already here just to have fun, right? Like this is just fun for us. Nice idea on the tone philosophy. Yeah, I hope it's going to be a good video. It's hard for me to do things like that because I'm not a teacher and I'm just like a person sharing thoughts, right? But I still want to give sort of like the best amount of value that I can to people because I don't want to just waste people's time watching my video. I want them to, just by hearing me talk for a few minutes, maybe you don't get everything that I'm trying to do. Maybe you don't get anything good. Maybe you don't make your life better or anything, but maybe next week you're playing your amp and you're like, you do a move and you're like, oh wait, that's what Jorge said. Oh, now I get it. That's what he meant. Oh, and then it's easy for you because that's what happens to me. Sometimes I'm like watching things or like I'm remembering things that people said or like even like the comments that right now Jordan is saying about like how that reverb was like muddling the tone and it shouldn't be doing that, right? It should just add to the prettiness and it makes total sense. Those are things that then resonate to you in the future when you're like opening a reverb and you're like, yeah, this actually is not making it better. Then you don't use it, right? So I want to do these videos, man. I'm excited about this. Tonix is such a never-ending story. I'm thankful for this. I appreciate it. Anyway, we've been rambling for way too long, and I know that a few of you need to go to sleep. And I need to go back to my house and do a couple things that I need to do, but I'm excited about this. Next live that I do, I hope I can be talking about Tonix. I'm going to try to do all these authorizations and everything today or later today. And then it's all going to be fun. Maybe I'll come back live tonight just playing with Tonix. Because I just can't help myself. No. I need to be responsible. I have to do music. Guys, I love YouTube. I'm getting too distracted though. You guys are awesome. Do you know, once I found a few of you and like I feel like I have friends and I come to see friends, YouTube just became a lot lighter for me. It was starting to feel like a little bit of a burden because it is. Making these videos, it's a little bit hard because I can only carve so much time out of my day to do them. And it usually is the whole night, so I don't sleep. And then you're like, oh, I really want to sleep. But then you're like, I don't want to miss a Friday. That's when people actually see the videos. Because there's certain days that you post something and nobody sees it. Not one soul. Like, I even done shorts that I get like 3 views. I'm just like 3 views really. Like I know I have like at least 5 friends. So stuff like that. It just gets really tiring. But anyway, this has been enough of me, my friends. I'm really thankful for every one of you. I'm thankful for your support, your likes. Make sure that you like for the algorithm if you haven't. Woo, 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 woo. We have 10 likes. Let's go, let's go, let's go. But I appreciate you, my friends. I appreciate your support, not just in the channel, but like even personally, now that you guys are buying me stuff so I can make more videos, it's surreal to me. I really, sorry. I really appreciate you. Before I keep coughing, have a great weekend, my friend. I appreciate you so much, and I'll see you soon. Thank you so much. I'm gone.